game seemed to just kind of hang in the balance for so long of that fourth quarter. I think it was a 1-point game for like 5 minutes straight. What did you all do internally just to kind of, hang in there, manage that until you could make the run that you needed to?
Yeah, just understanding that in a season and games, there's going to be times where the ball bounces your way, it doesn't bounce your way. So you just got to focus on what you can control. I feel like we did a good job of that. There were some plays that didn't quite bounce our way, but we controlled enough things to be able to win, even when that happens. Because we have favorable bounces on rebounds, on tip passes, things that were out of our control that went our way too. So you don't want to rely on having enough of those to win a game. So I feel like we did a good job of relying on our stuff.
Hey, Chet, this is a good road win under any circumstance, but when you don't have your MVP, does that make it that much more significant?
I feel like every win is significant in its own. It's a tough league. You can't take any of them for granted, but just understanding that when you're missing a player of Shea's caliber, your room for error is a lot smaller. There's a lot of nights where you can get away with certain things because of having that level of talent on the floor. And, when he goes down, we all have to step up and, it could be as simple as making a couple plays, not making a couple plays. There were a few plays at the rim that I wish I could have back. A few plays where I was half a second late. I'm glad we were still able to win the game. But when you don't have that extra room for error, those are the ones that you really have to key in on, because those can be the difference between a one-point game, winning or losing. Whereas normally, if you have 10 points of a cushion to play with, those plays don't matter as much. But if that makes sense for your question.
Mark mentioned when you came into the league as a rookie that you obviously wanted to be great, but it was almost like you wanted everything all at once. Just how have you kind of learned to change your approach to be more intentional with everything that you do to improve your game throughout the years?
Yeah, that's a great question. I definitely think when any young player that comes in with any sort of ambition, one, they don't understand the process of playing an NBA season on an NBA team that's has high aspirations and wants to succeed. When you first come in the league, your first game is the only game you've played. You have no other reference point, so it's like it means absolutely everything. And as you play more games, as you age and kind of understand the process of playing, you understand that it really is a process. You have to take and maximize what you can from each game, but you also have to compartmentalize it to not get too wrapped up in every single play, every single game, understanding that if you're trying to improve, trying to play these games, these games are hard, the players are great, there's going to be mistakes, there's going to be things that don't go your way, but you just have to have an urgency to try and improve in every situation, whether it's a good play or not a good play. You can always learn things from them, but you also can't get wrapped up and get your emotions caught up in it. And I feel like early on as a young player, and I don't think it's wrong, but I would be very tied emotionally to every single game. And now I feel like I have a more mature understanding of how it goes, if that answers your question.
Hey, Chet, what strides have you seen Kase and Wallace make that's made him ready for this moment?
Yeah, a lot. We've always seen his speed. We've always seen his activity on defense, his ability to guard. This year he's come out with a much better celly. He gets the steal. He does the all-state thing. Hopefully he gets a little endorsement out of that one. But we've seen him make some big strides, especially recently on the offensive end. Part of that's, louder because we need that from him. But he's stepped up and been major. He's a blur in transition. You got to get back and stop him, otherwise he's at the rim and He's never stops moving within our offense, and he's always looking for his cracks to get downhill, find open shots, and on top of that, he makes the right plays every single time. And I'm happy to see his success on that end. I want to see it continue. I want to see it grow as I want to with everybody on our team. And I'm glad he's kind of maximizing this opportunity, and he will going forward too.
Chet, I was wondering, you missed your first year in the league, and with JDub missing so much time this year, I wondered if you've given him any advice in terms of being patient or anything like that.
I wouldn't say advice so much as encouragement. All of us, we have so many different people from different directions talking at us. At times it feels like, you have your coaches, you have your team, your individual team, you have your friends, you have your family. And, from experience, you just have to really channel, because you can't, even if everybody says something that's right, you can't process that much stuff. So I don't want to be another voice talking at him. I kind of just try to give him encouragement. This isn't an easy job without injuries, and he sacrificed so much for us over that playoff series. Whereas, he could have went down, got the surgery, and had another 2.5 months to get ready for this season. He didn't do that, and that pushed his rehab time into this season. So it's like just giving him encouragement. He's gonna, I don't have to. He knows what he needs to do better than I do. I'm not feeling his wrist and in every single workout that he's doing. So just encouraging him, breathing life into him, making sure that his confidence is at all-time high level. And I feel like we saw it tonight. He was out there killing. He put the game away for us at the end. And we just continue to breathe confidence into him, just like any other player. And he's going to figure his stuff out as he goes. He's already figured out a lot. Clearly, I mean, we've seen what he's able to do. Not only before his injury, but since then. I think he's had a lot of really, really amazing moments, and he's going to continue that.
For the season, I think you all are last in the league in offensive rebound percentage. That wasn't the case at all tonight with the 14 that y'all got. What do you feel like was the key to crashing, not just better and more frequently, but to convert as much as y'all did? I think y'all had 24 second chance points tonight.
I feel like looking at the season as a whole can be misleading, especially with some of the injuries that we've had. Hart missed a big portion, and that, that's calling it what it is. That's a big portion of our offensive rebounding percentage. Not only the ones that he gets, but he occupies bodies and allows other people to get in there and clean it up. But tonight I feel like it was partly that, and then partly also just not accepting the defense that we were seeing, making them work to guard us. And then when you do that, guys are off of bodies, guys are worried about guarding us rather than just boxing out when the shot goes up. And because of that, I feel like we were able to fly in there, move around, and find some opportunities on the glass.
Anybody else for Chet? Chet?
Thank you.
Appreciate it.